Fire Pro fans, and welcome to the Fire Pro Recap Show. I'm James Lawrence III.
I'm Latino Craziee.
Stonehand Slater Wallace.
Caitlin.
And we're here to do a recap of the Headlock for on Hunger show, July 20th at the Texas Roadhouse in Portage.
That's right, we had 2 shows this month, not just one.
They know that.
Dos.
Not all of them do. That's why we do post shows.
I know
Can you
that.
say that in Spanish?
It's soy post shows.
That's not...
You always
I
talk
said
about
something
Someone
dirty.
take the first match.
Alright, well the first match was Jame Crisis versus Gabe the Brave. Started out with Jame Crisis just being classic Crisis, trying everything, flipping around, but Gabe the Brave, his advantage is he's just so large, and Crisis is a smaller man, so he just could not get the advantage. So Crisis, again being classic, distracted the referee with bringing a chair in the ring. The ref turns around to take the chair away. Crisis takes his lettuce. He's been throwing a lot of lettuce around, and I don't mean money. And he knocks out Gabe the Brave in the face.
Stealing your thing with the tongues.
Just let her go.
Ref comes back in, does the counts. He got his first win at Fire Pro Wrestling.
The Crisis.
He is the first winning vegetarian of Fire Pro Wrestling.
Exactly. He says he's better than everybody because he doesn't eat meat.
Except for me.
He didn't beat me. He didn't toss no lettuce in my match. I remember facing me. I mean, he's quite the athlete, but I don't think you need to toss lettuce.
Well, he's
to
busy
win.
right now with Jeremy Hadley.
He doesn't need to literally shove it in his people's faces about being a vegetarian.
Well, sometimes you gotta hit the point home, you know?
He cares about animals, dude.
No, I do too, but I like red meat.
I have
Anyway.
no idea what's going on.
Anyway.
Let's go to the second match.
I was trying to say something.
Alright, go ahead.
Crazy, just interrupted.
Alright.
Never mind.
Now go ahead, do your spiel. And now, Zungao!
Just get to the next match.
Alright, the second match here is this guy right here, Stonehand Slater Wallace, taking on Shooter McGavin. You know,
I beat him last month, okay?
yeah, I enjoyed seeing you in the ring, but it was a tragedy what this man did to you. Let me tell you, fans, Stonehands had him on the ropes. He was beating him around. Shooter gotten some good hits here and there, but I think you had to win. Shooter, he rolled him up in the corner, put his feet on the ropes for extra leverage. He gets the 1, 2, 3 pin count, and he gets the win.
The ref didn't see it.
Ref
Didn't
didn't
even
see it.
say a remark about it, because I know
If
if
the-
they're gonna have something smart to say about it,
What-
they always do, James.
All I'm
Yeah,
going to say is
James.
the ref didn't see it, it didn't happen.
You know what? We're 1 for 1, and you're on his side.
You're just going to have
We
to
know
think
where
of something
she's going,
creative
huh?
to go against Shooter McGavin if you're going to beat him.
Well, we'll find out. Maybe we'll have another match, and we'll see. Because I'm always open for the challenge. So
We'll see the
and
next
I'll
time.
issue a challenge. I don't care.
Do it.
Whoa, guys, calm down. It's not the fight. But let's talk about a fight. Who wants to go with the third match?
I'll take this
I'll let my
one.
good buddy do it. Stonehead Slater Wallace.
It was a Survivor Series style match with Crime and Punishment teaming up with Devon and Davey Addict. Not addicts. Addict. Get it right. And they took on one half of the Freebirds, which is Hayes, and they took on Hadley, Powers, and the infinite awesome man, Seaman. From the ocean.
Did you say
Oh,
it?
the ocean.
know it's
That
from
one.
the ocean.
Okay, I thought.
Impotent?
Okay.
I know it's
But,
from the ocean.
The
I guess
motion.
Seaman and Powers got eliminated, and the survivors of their team was Hayes and Hadley, who happened to pin Davey Addict. So he was the last man on their team, and I mean it was a pretty good match,
Solid.
a lot of hits, and with Crime and Punishment in there, there's got to be some cheating in it. I mean, I would check out the match. On
You had a
YouTube.
lot of guys that have never tagged before, and it was just team elimination, and really it showed that Hayes and what'd you call them before? Their team, the American.
Why are you putting
Warfare.
words in my mouth?
I wouldn't put.
I mean, you got a group of scoundrels against a bunch of guys that are pretty good, upstanding citizens, I would say.
How do you know their arrest record or anything?
How do you know?
One of them's called Crime.
You sure stick up
I
for
have-
that convict last year.
Yeah, it's like a conspiracy.
There is a lot of conspiracy in Fire Pro, especially with that Fire Pro
The
board.
biggest conspiracy, you're a big dumb idiot.
You know, you probably should go talk to them. They probably like to talk to you. They haven't
I don't want to talk to them.
Eh.
Anyway,
Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah,
Next
why don't
man.
you do some talking about matches instead
You like
of
to talk so
conspiracies.
much about your buddies.
why don't you
Yeah.
go comb your caterpillar on your face?
I have time
Next.
set up for that later.
The next match is the Wild Ones, the Fire Pro Tag Team Champions, taking on Fatal Attraction in a non-title match. This was a non-title match, and there was no bell. I mean, it just took off. The match took off, and all of a sudden, Fatal Attraction got a lucky pin.
They beat him.
They beat him.
They won.
There
They
were
beat
some
him quickly.
shenanigans.
And then what happened, James?
What happens, Cujo got so enraged that he grabbed the microphone and said, "You guys think you're tough? You want a title match? Let's have one right now and see if you can take the titles from the Wild Ones."
And the Wild
Johnny
Ones,
Richard didn't look too bad.
they were not happy about that, James.
No, they already had a match. There was no need to prove themselves, but they had the match.
Cujo put his foot in his mouth there, I'd say.
Well, sometimes
But I guess
he pushes them, but
the
you need to
Wild
push
Ones
tag team champions to show how great they are. And what
for sure
happened?
are great.
They took control of the match. Fatal Attraction couldn't do it, and the Wild Ones got the victory again.
Yeah, with some shady tactics.
There's nothing shady about them. They just proved that they are the best tag team in Fire Pro, and who's really going to beat this tag team? They have won against countless opponents.
Fatal
When have
Attraction beat
they
him.
beaten somebody straight up
Yeah.
without any shenanigans?
What really is straight up, you know? I mean,
Without cheating.
things happen in Fire Pro.
Without the manager running around distracting people.
Cujo is the third member of their tag team.
Yeah, they got the Freebirds rule. Any two can fight for the title if they want to, you know, when something comes up. So until someone takes the titles for them,
Is that board approved?
I'm sure it was board approved. Are you board approved?
I'm Latino Craziee approved.
He's unofficial
Yeah. Pay attention, idiot.
interviewer.
Anyway, see what I got to put up with here?
Yeah. Now what are you gonna do? Keep talking. You want to be the big man talking.
All
What's
right.
next?
Next, we're going to have a little something here, a little break from the match calling here. So stay tuned and watch this. But
Wait.
what?
Stay tuned, fans. We're gonna take a little break here, a brief intermission. We'll be back in a few seconds.
I just
Nothing
said
more than
that.
Shenanigans, is it?
Wait.
We'll be
wait,
right
wait,
back.
Wait. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
No, don't listen to her. She's new. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
No, shut up. I just.
Where's Craziee? He's on.
Hello, Fire Pro fans. Welcome to the Fire Pro Wrestling Pro Post Show.
What up, everybody? So glad you're here. Schoolio with the flow back in your ear. This ain't a fantastic words, but I'm still on the mission to see if I can get your attention. Now I want to drop some information, just a little additive to your education. I live my life by the code of the funk, 600 watt F18s in the trunk. When I'm on the street, you gotta feel my...
Hello? Crazy, I can barely hear you. Look.
Oh, James, are you there? I can kind of hear you, but you're. Oh, hold on. I see you. Hey, James, what's wrong? Why don't you answer your phone? You idiot! Oh my God. What is his problem? Jordan needs to learn how to answer his phone. Idiot. Where am I going? I don't know. Hey, Fire Pro fans, did you enjoy that little video? Did you enjoy that video?
You guys
You're an
get a lot of
idiot.
shenanigans, you know that?
What are you talking about?
How can you keep getting the videos?
You steal the camera. Anyways, what we got coming up next, James? That's
got-
your show.
The last, it is my show. The Last Man
That's
Standing
why it
trophy
sucks.
was on the line. Don't you have that match? The last man standing trophy, the battle royal for
This one's you,
the
Crazy.
trophy.
Stop
Wait.
trying to pass it off on
Didn't
James.
I have that trophy? Wasn't that mine?
That wasn't your trophy. You weren't supposed to touch that trophy.
I
You
found
found
it.
it in storage and you were playing with it.
Yeah.
You almost hit James with it.
Well, look at
Almost.
you. Look at him and tell me he doesn't have it coming. Anyways, there was a match, battle royal for the last man standing title. Right? Is that correct?
Yes.
How many men were in that match?
Over 20 men. in the
Over
match.
20 men were fighting for the title of last
it
man
crazy?
standing.
And with that trophy, you get to have a title match at a later date if you won that trophy.
Whenever you want, you can trade on that trophy for a title match.
Now break it down for
Break
us.
it down. It came down to the last 4 people. Stonehead Santa Wallace, of course, because he's so awesome. I love him. The guy named Rad Dog,
Rad Dog.
Red Dog, Brent Alexander Dawson, and Tristan Hayes. With Tristan Hayes, he was hiding on the outside half the match. Or fighting with people. I don't know what was going on.
There was a lot of stuff that happened in that match.
He came back in at the end. He tried to do his big running knee onto Brent Alexander Dawson. Dawson caught him, threw him over the top rope. Don't get excited. But then it came down to Stonehands Santa Wallace and Brent Alexander Dawson. Now, Stonehands, you thought you'd won the match. You was all excited.
I gorilla press slammed him. I thought I threw him out.
And you turn around and he's standing there. What do? You gotta charge him. But he was sneaky. He saw you coming and he pulled down that rope. And Stonehands Santa Wallace fell out, leaving Bradley Alexander Dawson, BAD bad, as the last man standing and the winner of the trophy. Which means, as you said, at any time you can trade that in for a title shot.
That's quite the opportunity to have. I mean,
Especially since he is at a problem with the Fire Pro champion, Dave Allen.
True. Now he can
Hey.
take him whenever he wants.
He's
like
been-
you said, James, it's like a target.
Exactly. He's been proving, and I think he's made his point clear that Flawless Dave Allen, the Fire Pro champion, is not a hero in Fire Pro, and the fans do not know the real Dave Allen.
James.
I disagree.
Always with
He's
the
always-
conspiracy stuff, James.
I'm telling you, my sources say he's proving it.
You're just instigating a fight.
I don't instigate
You
anything.
jerk.
And Bradley hasn't proved to be the most upstanding citizen in
His
Fire
name
Pro.
is BAD.
She gets it.
Yeah, she could spell. I don't care. Look.
You can't.
Dawson's the number one. He has that shot at a title shot whenever he wants to with that trophy, and it's not over between him and Allen. We're going to see what happens at the next Fire Pro event.
You've been going on about your hero, Brent Alexander Dawson, way too much. It's time to talk about triple cage matches. We had 3 of them at this show. Who's going to take the first one?
I will. It
Caitlin.
was actually a career versus career match. One of our most serious matches in Fire Pro Wrestling with Mike Hernig versus
Horning.
whatever, versus Tony
It's not
Rican. It was escape only match. It was no pins, no submissions. It was it was intense. It was a great battle. Would you?
It was
disagree
a
with
brawl.
Yeah, it was great. There were so many times they were both, just scaling the cage, almost there. I think there was a superplex off the
the
cage.
top of the
It was
cage,
pretty
it was-
amazing.
It was super.
At one point, right towards the end, both men were all the way at the top. Then, the great thing about Mike, how do you say his name?
Horning.
Horning. He is so good at seeing when to take his chances, and that's what he did. Tony was a little beat up. He took his chance, threw him off the cage, was already most of the way up there, just, scaled the cage, hopped over, jumped down, and not only did he reign victorious over Tony Rican, the competitor who brought him here to Fire Pro Wrestling, he ended Tony Rican's career, and it was a very sad moment in Fire Pro Wrestling history.
Tony's been around for a long time, and it's sad to see him go, but I mean, he put his career on the line, and this is how it was.
You got to admit, Mike Horning came to Fire Pro Wrestling with one goal, is to end Tony Rican.
And he did it.
And he did just that. He ended Tony Rican's career in Fire Pro Wrestling.
It's time for a new
It's
goal for him.
sad for Tony, but you can't be mad at Mike for doing exactly what he said he would.
Well,
Debatable.
moving on to
Semi-main event. Another cage match.
this one was for the title, and this one wasn't just escape. You could also win by submission or pin, and it was Dave Allen versus Kenny Courageous. And
Interesting match.
that night, Kenny Courageous and Kent weren't teaming up tonight, Kenny actually got a title shot at Dave Allen. And you know what? He still came up short. Tried to, there was grinding of the cage and all that good stuff. And Dave Allen ended up giving that flawless victory. And 1, 2, 3. Kenny was down. It was quite the victory. I mean,
It was a pretty good,
Dave Allen?
pretty good match. I mean,
good.
one of match of the year candidate for Fire Pro
Definitely.
Wrestling of the Year.
I mean, those guys, Kenny being a jerk as he is, he they really had a great match.
Harsh words.
Hey, I just call it as I see it. James over there claims he calls it as he sees it. So.
I do.
Yeah, but he sees it like this.
So, Dave Allen still has that target on his back with Brentley Alexander Dawson. He doesn't know when Dawson's going to come and prove his point again. And who's the next for Dave Allen? We'll see.
Next month, what is it? August 9th, the Fire Pro.
August 9th, Saturday, Block Party Brawl.
James,
Outside.
you know what time it is?
It's time for the
Main event time here at Fire Pro Wrestling.
Oh,
Cage match.
what?
Tell them.
Christopher.
Testify about the cage match.
Why don't you
I
take a
wanna hear
siesta or
about it.
something?
Yeah, we are waiting to hear this.
Christopher Kent came out. He said he did not want Al Snow as his partner. He wants Rhino as his partner. So
Smart choice.
Christopher Kent and Rhino taking on BMK and Al Snow in the cage match. And
Rhino took the grease.
Grease.
That's the payday.
I know what
That's
it
the
means.
lettuce.
Don't touch my hair.
Jamie Crisis lettuce.
Look, Kent and Rhino controlled the match. I mean, dominated most of the match. They kept Al Snow grounded in the corner. Every time he tried to get up, they just pounded him back down, and they just obliterated BMK during the match.
Yeah, keep
And-
on.
I don't need commentary from you.
They don't need commentary from
Me
you.
corrected by a moron. Look,
You corrected yourself?
How about you just tell him how the match?
Yeah, James. We're waiting.
BMK and Al Snow made a comeback. Don't know how. I mean, just out of the blue.
Good, always.
Al Snow hit Rhino with his buddy head. Hit
That
him
was
out of the
legal.
way,
It
and
was a
Kent.
cage match.
He gave him head right to the head.
Oh my gosh. BMK
Family
hit a
show.
crossbody off the second rope, pinned Christopher Kent. I thought it was a quick count. But there's your winners, BMK and Al Snow victorious in the cage.
Well, tell them what happened right after that, James.
This is the best part.
After that, Christopher Kent got so upset at Rhino, he started blaming him for the where were you during that pin, and all of a sudden just tormented Rhino, and then Rhino gored.
Gore! Gore! Gore!
Rhino,
That's what you say when Rhino gores somebody.
he gored Christopher Kent.
He gored him! Gore! One more.
Gore.
There you go! And that's what happened in the main event, right?
Exactly.
No,
Anything
wait.
else we did? What?
Not one gore.
Oh,
2 gores.
the fans
Yes.
asked for 2.
The fans wanted it.
They wanted that extra.
Gore! Gore!
Gore!
She just stole your thunder. We might have to keep her and get rid of you.
No.
So your night ended pretty bad.
No, it was a good match. It was a good night. Headlock on Hungry. We raised a lot of money
We did.
for Porter County
cause.
Food bank.
Food Pantry,
Feeding
Pantry.
a lot of people.
Yes, we did a lot of good on that day.
Texas Roadhouse.
About 600 people showed up for the event,
A lot of people.
right?
It was a good atmosphere to be wrestling in. I'll tell you that.
Some good times.
They were like alive and just hungry.
And
For wrestling.
Oh, okay.
wrestling.
Anyways, James.
Anyway, the next show on Fire Pro, you fans got to come and see it. There's a lot of surprises in Fire Pro. You never know who's going to show up. Stop it. Who's going to be there? It's going to be Block Party Brawl, Saturday, August 9th, outside of Impact Christian Church.
And how much,
That's
is,
a lot. for you,
how much
James.
does that show
Well, you guys
cost?
are interrupting me, throwing your arms and
James,
doing...
how much does that show cost to get in?
It costs your favorite price, free.
Yes, it's a free show just for you Fire Pro fans.
They're going to have
And other
events, they're
people,
going
I
to have
guess.
food, they're going to have everything for kids. Come on out and see.
I hear there's going to be a superhero and a princess there too.
I mean, I'm there every time, so yeah.
Are you
I'm
gonna dress
super
as a
He's
princess.
like a superhero. So
I'm super princess.
Yeah.
Plural.
You're not a princess, you're a
go
nice
get his
guy.
autograph. Tell him Craziee sent you.
Wait, you what?
Stone.
Get in free.
Yeah. Listen to this guy.
That's how you get in free, right?
Anyways, thanks for watching, fans. We will see you next month.
Plug the sites again.
Facebook.com/fire.pro.wrestling to check out news, updates, and videos, as well as our YouTube channel, youtube.com/fireprowrestling219, all one word. We will see you there.
Right, James is fired.
And if you couldn't understand her high-pitched squealing, the links will be printed here below, and you can just go there.
Click.
Click on the links, and they'll take you places. You might not want to go there, but they will take you.
It's my turn to do this.
We will see you August 9th, 2014.
James Lawrence III.
You.
What? I'm Latino Craziee.
Stonehand Slater Wallace.
And Caitlin.
Wait, that's my thing. Who are you?
I just said who I am.
Who am I? Who was he?
Have
And
a great
that
night, guys. This guy's crazy.
Get your bag and look at the Halloween.
What is going on?
Hey, don't touch me! Fans, and I'm James Lawrence III.
I'm Latino Craziee.
We're here to tell you a little bit about Fire Pro Wrestling.
Oh, I got this one. Now, if you want to see some more Fire Pro Wrestling, you need to check us out on the YouTube and the Facebook, and the listings below here, right? They're right here, I believe. That's where I'm pointing. Was there anything else we needed to say?
No, you just said it all.
Oh, okay. How about that button? What's
Don't touch that button.
What about that? Click subscribe. It's located somewhere over here, and then check out the other links down there. For Fire Pro Wrestling, I'm Latino Craziee.
And I'm James Lawrence III.
Thanks for joining us.